Those of you who are just joining me now, I am here with Karen McDermott, our amazing publisher, and also one of the authors in our just released book, A Woman's Guide to Business Domination. So thank you so much. Welcome, Karen.
Hello, and thank you for having me. Doesn't it look fabulous?
I love it. I love it. Nothing more exciting than a little bit of splash of gold, and got very excited. I feel like we just went to the Academy Awards with that little intro. It was very grand, and that's because this book is such high quality, high value to those who are going to be reading it very soon. I want you to learn about Karen McDermott. Not only is she our publisher, she's also the founder of Serenity Press, Making Magic Happen Academy, Everything Publishing Academy. She's award-winning, multi-award winning entrepreneur. She's the author of like over 20 books, probably, I don't know, many
40.
40 books now. There you go. Went from 20 to 40. She is she's just done an amazing TEDx talk as well. She's just done so many things. She's super focused on laws of attraction as well, and has just built an incredible business over the last few years. So what a woman to be sharing her expertise on your book chapter, Karen. You titled yours Creating the Perfect Job for You from the Ground Up.
Absolutely. And Annie, huge kudos to you for pulling all of the phenomenal women in this book together. I'm really impressed. It's a big book. So congratulations to you.
Oh, thank you so much. And it's also having you, part of it is just so special as well. So why did you choose that topic for your chapter?
Yeah. Well, once I knew this book was happening, I was like, can I be in it too? And the reason why I'm in a lot of anthologies, this is, I think, my 24th or 5th one. But I love to share a different story in each, going to the theme of the book. And for me, business domination meant getting the foundations right. And I know, it's easy to put the dots together whenever you're looking backwards. And I've been doing that recently because I've had a lot of success in publishing, and I know how I've done it, because I can look back on how that is. And what I thought would take me 25 years took me 7. And that is because I wasn't so focused on goals. I set intentions and went on the journey to each one and allowed them to grow into bigger things than I had set out intentionally, because I never knew how good they could be or how big they could be when I started out, because it wasn't in possibility when I set the intention. So the journey is what I focus on, and I prioritize joy very highly. And that means that things happen faster. I also pour loving intention into it. Being a mom of 6, I'm surrounded by love and insanity, but a lot of love. And so that is the energy I put into everything. And as you know, Annie, with parenthood comes super efficiency, And one of the things that was really important to me and really important to my values was that I was there for my kids, that I was able to be there with them in school holidays, that I was able to drop them off at school, pick them up, that if they were sick, they could be with me. We moved from Ireland to Australia. I am their family, you know, I'm the
Yeah.
constant. So I would never compromise that. So I had this crazy idea. And you know what? I feel very blessed that I was a mom at home, because if I had not have been, I would never had the opportunity to find my purpose, my calling, and to pursue it. And I would have been in the 9 to 5, would have been dropping my kids off at daycare, picking them up at 5 o'clock, getting into the house, maybe, you know, hardly at home at all, you know. Whereas I just live the most blessed life, and I never take it for granted. So I dabbled in the law of attraction and stuff like that, and never told anybody. I just thought I'll apply it to what I'm doing and see where I go. And if I'm successful, I'll share the secrets with people, you know. And because I don't believe in keeping things to ourselves. You're the same. As we learn it, we share it. Everyone, we rise each other up. We go, you know, on the journey. We don't always get it right, but when we get it right, we get it right. And so it's embracing that and having fun with that. So I created a job for myself. You know, I was totally ordained coming into the publishing industry as a woman and just setting up my own publishing business and empire. But mine was purpose driven. I am story fueled. I know how stories can connect, can heal, can educate, can inspire. Stories are powerful. And so that's what gets me out there every day, having stories get out, gets me on stage. You know, it's like that's how I started, was through the purpose and the calling of having stories get told.
I must admit, the Irish are very good at stories, so you might have had a
Yeah.
bit of help there just from your heritage. But like seriously, pretty amazing to actually come to Australia and then go, you know what, I want to be a mum, I want to be at home mum, but I also want a business of some kind. And you didn't have a publishing background. Like it's not as if you come from generations of publishers. You actually just got to Australia and went, all right, I'm going to do something that I enjoy. I enjoy stories. I'm going to learn how to publish books and
Yeah.
and then learn along the way. It's incredible.
It is incredible, isn't it? My studies are in humanities, so there you go. That all makes sense now, doesn't it?
It really does.
So
It
yeah,
really does.
so when I came to Australia, and mental health, I worked in mental health before. That was my last job before I had my second child. So I ended up started doing stories for my children, because whenever we came here, they didn't know about redback spiders or snakes, and hadn't grew up with that. And I had a 12.5-year-old and a 2.5-year-old, and I was just about to have my third. I was 35 weeks pregnant with her whenever we moved here, and so I started with this little poetry book that became a little children's book that ended up, it's if you go to your local bookstore, it's there, you know. It's called Australian Animal Walkabout. And we did it around our kitchen table, you know. Me and the kids, they would draw. We called it Mama Mac's homemade children's books. We'd done about 100 books. Many of them have went on and got illustrated properly and have went out into the world. But it started with children's books, would you believe? And then I got a call, an epiphany. It was Whoopi Goldberg's fault. I was watching The View, and I got this calling to take action over something I was really passionate about. And then I got a call so I joined NaNoWriMo totally irrationally. I just had my fourth child at that time. She was 4 weeks old. So as she breastfed in one side, I would type for a whole month with my other hand. You know, she only got one boob that that month. And I had a 50,000 word novel at the end of it. Where it came from, I don't know, but that was a catalyst
Yeah.
into authorship, because I knew nothing about it. And so
Mm.
that's where my passion came from.
Oh, I absolutely love your story because a lot of it is just pioneering, working it out, just going with the flow. And I love those laws of attraction. And but what I also love about your story is actually saying no, but I wanted to do that around my family. So you actually, a lot of people who are starting businesses go, I'm just going to work 24/7. I'm just going to. It's all about the business success. And that's fine if you can afford to do that. Probably not 24/7, or you'll be at burnout real fast, but within reason. But you actually had your own ingredients, your recipe that you wanted to be able to do it from home while feeding, while learning and growing and having that flexibility. Was that so strong for you that you didn't cave at times, or were there times that you go, oh, I knew I wanted that, but I ended up becoming a bit of a workaholic for a while as well?
Oh, absolutely. But you know what it is? I love what I do work-wise. Like I can just, but I work in a 24-hour clock. You know, I sleep when I need to sleep. I eat when I need to eat. I'm with my kids when I need to be with my kids. I'm able to prioritize. And for me, that's my definition of success. I can do
Yeah,
me and do, I'm very ambitious. You know, I like to achieve things. I like to push the boundaries and find different ways, out of the box ways to do things. I never line up with everybody. I usually find a VIP backstage pass and get in that way. It's just that, you know, it's all about connection. And, you know, I have met the most amazing people over the past 12 years. You know, it's phenomenal. It's amazing what becomes normal in your life. And you just set an intention, and then it's amazing what comes in front of you for that to happen. But you do have to have an open mind to see it, because so many people are closed and have tunnel vision and think that they have to set a goal and work stepping stones to that goal. Well, then you're just focused on each stepping stone. You don't see any wider than that. I don't even see the stepping stones because I'm too busy up in the clouds floating past, seeing everything from a bird's eye view and taking advantage, you know. And it is that, but it's so much more fun that way. And I have parties on my cloud. Everybody comes along for the ride when, you know, when possible. It's just, it is that. And I love it. And
yeah,
it's not everybody's cup of tea. You know, it's unpredictable at times, but it's
yeah.
fun. And where there's joy, there's success.
Yeah. Absolutely. And you just overflowing joy. And I immediately am attracted to that because I'm a joy lover and a joy celebrator. I love that ability. And I love the fact that you said it's not for everyone, because I'm very the same. I can just kind of just keep going. And if it's exciting, I'm on. And if then I have break times, I take breaks. Other people do need a lot of the structure. So even in a chapter like this, creating the perfect job for you from the ground up, you know, it's about tapping into who you are, you know. So I think you have very clearly shown, you know, this is what worked for me. This is why I did it this way. But for other people, it might be that you do actually like the day job, so you don't have those. You need the flexibility. You know, you need more flexibility. You need, or you don't have the support or financial support. There's so many variables, but I think the principles are all about saying, have you actually taken stock and thought, okay, what is my perfect job, or what, you know, what can I work towards? How can I start creating that for my life? Because you have actually gone, it might not have been your perfect job at the beginning, but you've created it into that perfect job for you.
Absolutely. And I used to be the jack of all trades at the beginning. You know, I done everything apart from editing. I'm not an editor. Editors are amazing in my eyes. They're the gods of the publishing industry.
Yeah.
But I done everything else. Like I typeset, cover design, I done everything. And then as I grew up into my business, I suppose I became a big girl. I had to put my big girl pants on. I started to delegate the stuff that was in my genius zone, so I could stay in my genius zone. Do you know?
Mm,
And so that's a beautiful thing. But you don't start there. But I
yeah.
love doing everything at the begining. But you kind
Yeah.
of know when it's time to start delegating more, because you're going, oh, that's painful for me to think about doing that right now. So it's time for you to get someone to do it, you know, because if your love's not in it, your heart's not in it, you're not giving it your best. But somebody else loves doing that. So you delegate it to them so that they can give it their best. It just makes sense. And as you grow, your business grows, your cash flow grows, you're able to do that. You're able to be more. And it's to embrace that and to have the courage, you know, you have to be a bit fearless, you know,
Yeah.
and the magic happens just outside of that comfort zone. So just push yourself a little bit. You don't have to take a leap, just a little step, and you'll see yourself moving forward all the time. It's a beautiful thing.
That is such brilliant advice. Definitely don't leap off a cliff. Often that just puts the fear factor way, way, and then you spend a lot more time sort of saying, I'm never going to do that again. So it's all about just pushing that comfort zone. And
Mm,
all of us will have a different one. And the more you start pushing it and stretching it, the more comfortable you get in different areas. And also to realize that you have a tribe of women around the world, you know, definitely in our tribe, but, you know, other women who are and I'm sure men are happy to support you and to, to champion you on. I love the word, that you do need to be brave. You do need to be fearless. You need to be bold because, with anything that you do is uncertain. You didn't know, you had so much uncertainty, particularly while having a whole lot of kids. So sometimes you can go, oh my gosh, like logically, this is probably not so possible that I'm going to become
It's totally
powerhouse.
irrational, Annie. Totally irrational to the outside world.
Feeding 6 babies, juggling the school run, doing all of that. But it shows what's possible, and even my journey, having 2 sets of twins in 2 years and then juggling all my degrees and career and stuff. Like, you just do crazy things. Women can do crazy things, but it is possible, but you've got to believe in the bigger vision. You've got to believe that, instead of just having a go, it is actually starting to leap and to believe. And a lot is around mindset, isn't it?
Yeah.
And your
And
journey.
absolutely, Annie, choosing what fills you up, doing what fills you up, because there's that's why I'm saying it created your perfect job for you. It's about you, what lights you up. Find a
Yeah.
job in that so that it doesn't feel like a chore. I've seen so many mums going out there and doing jobs that they hate because they think that they have to. And I understand that everybody has different circumstances, but like I that could have been my choice had I not have been daring enough to say, well, I'm going to make this work. And it's the stubborn Irishness in me as well. I'm going to make this work. I'm going to see that, I'm very passionate about this, and stories make a difference in our world, and I'm going to make sure that that happens. So, and my kids just, like, they learn. Our kids don't learn from us by, they learn to then follow their purpose. They learn from us by doing,
Yes. And Karen's even got one of her sons works in her team. So it's a whole family affair now. Dylan's absolutely brilliant and has definitely helped me out.
He designed the cover, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, he's making it all happen for us behind the scenes. But I thank you so much for making it possible for us because, that's it. You have a dream to then create something that's just going to be, and I'm all into writing your own book, but to write something that, I've met so many amazing ladies over the last few years, and to actually get these women from around the globe who have just got such unique things to share. Their journeys are so different. They're so broad. We've got, like, even our next author is a medical doctor, obstetrician, and we've had, our academic, futurists, and we've got publisher, and then we've just had Jane Vandermeer, who's a fashion designer. It's so different. And that's great because it's all these different areas that we can get into. But ultimately, all of these women are happy to share their learnings, share their tips, share some of the challenges they had and how they overcame. And certainly just, I think, give that encouragement to you to actually believe in bigger. Right, that believe that you can. I think that's the essence of everything. It's actually going, you know what, I have a choice. When you came from Ireland, you have a choice, and it's not easy. There's moments that you just freaking out, going, oh my God, what am I doing? Am I totally crazy? Probably, yes, a little bit. But
absolutely.
That's embrace the bit of crazy and back yourself, right? And then
there's a knowing there, isn't there, Annie? Like, everything that you've done, everything, I'm sure that everything that every woman in this anthology, they knew, it may have been irrational to the outside world, but they knew it was the very next step for them, and they had the courage to take it. It's phenomenal.
Exactly. Another thing that I've noticed amongst all the ladies and even how they've shared is the spirit of collaboration and the helping women helping women, right? And I know I've watched you in your business and just the network that you surround yourself in, and that, so it's not just the business, it's actually the people who support what you do, who honor what you do, who are proud of who you've become and what you're achieving. And not that you're waiting on that every day, but you've actually set yourself in this Dr. Ingrid actually mentioned the word ecosystem, and I love that word. It is a real ecosystem. What ecosystem? She was talking about a business ecosystem, but we've got a business and life ecosystem, really. And to be able to surround ourselves like that does make incredible things happen, and there's major advantages for that. Not that you want to go into it taking advantage, but when you are around other successful people celebrating achievements and wins and just fulfilling their dreams, you end up just getting this benefit, whether it's
the thing is, with collaboration, Annie, there's no expectation from each other. People just show up because they're on the journey with you, celebrating, cheerleading, the joy of seeing somebody else do better. And that's one of the biggest things I've seen change over the past decade.
Yeah.
Competition is be gone. People are not interested in competition anymore. It's collaboration, it's celebration, especially women. And I think that that is really special. And look at how much difference it's made in our world
Oh,
already. So we need to keep it going.
yeah, so much, so much. Even this morning, I had a phone call from someone who was just like, I know today's a big day for you, just want to wish you well. And I'm like going, oh my gosh, like it's just so lovely that they champion you on, and they might be on this like virtually a similar business or whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But you want to wish each other well. You want to collaborate because, it is a small world. It's a big world, but it's a small world as well. And there is incredible value of the tribe, of the ecosystem that you are in. So those of you who are wanting to buy this book, they go to that beautiful QR code on the screen. It's going to take you straight to
Yeah.
kmdbooks.com. And you will find this book available. It's also going to be on Kindle as well, obviously.
It is on Kindle now. You can pre-order now on Kindle across the world. Grab your copy. Help us get to number 1. And it would land in your Kindle device on the 1st of October.
Excellent, excellent. So get it at the ready now. It is just around the corner. Help us, help your fellow woman get to number 1. We want a lot of these books purchased to do that, to celebrate the achievement of all of the authors, but also just so that you get this gold nugget information and you're part of this. I know there's just going to be so many gems from absolutely every author because I've read them all. Karen's read them all. Some of the others haven't. It's still a surprise. But that's what it's about.
People should send us in their selfies with their Kindle version or with their books so we can celebrate them as well. Please do that. Do your selfies so we can celebrate you, the reader.
Definitely. We want lots of social selfie sharing, or just send it to me via womensbiztribe.com and we will share that out with everybody. So, and also as well as the picture, just make sure you also just do a comment on what resonated with you, because different things will resonate with different authors. Different way, things that they share, different areas that they're working in, where you're positioned at the moment. It's just so broad, and which I absolutely love. So also as well as a selfie, just go, I really love this chapter by Karen McDermott and her story of coming to create this perfect job from the ground up, and well done you. And now that's given me inspiration to do my thing. Oh my gosh, that would just make our day, right? Because that's what we're all about. We're all about celebrating.
That's the best thing anyone could ever do. If you inspire someone and they tell you about it, isn't it just magic? It's just magic. And Annie, just before we go, huge kudos to you. I'm just loving the work that you're doing, and you're just helping so many people shine. And I just want to just, acknowledge you and all of the sleepless nights you've been having to get everything pulled together. You're amazing and phenomenal, and an absolute credit to you for everything that I've seen happen over the past months. You're amazing.
Thank you so much. I just love the support that I get from women around the globe, and particularly from you, Karen. Thank you so much. It's been a big time. We've had a big, massive global summit last weekend for Women's Biz Tribe. Then we launched our magazine this week, and now we're launching a book. So it's like, it has been a pretty busy time. Don't worry, everyone worrying about my health and wellness. I'm off to Morocco on Wednesday. I know, exciting holiday just around the corner.
You know how to do balance, Annie. You know how to do the balance.
I'm leading by example, guys. That's right. Just go. All my to-do list is going tick, 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 and then I'm like, okay, got to have a recharge. So I'm looking forward to that around the corner, but not until I've celebrated absolutely every author, which is what we're going to do today. So stay tuned to our next author, who is going to be coming on in, I can't see that they've got just a few minutes, about 5 minutes time, Dr. Talat Upul, who is an obstetrician, gynecologist, and she's all about breaking the glass ceiling for women of color in medicine. It's so fascinating, so versatile. And absolutely amazing. She also did the foreword of my twins book. Oh, my
That's
goodness.
right.
Plug there.
I wanted to get the twins, amazing book. It's not just for people who have twins. The stories, getting to know Annie in this book, I swear, is just, you'd just be laughing out loud and then crying in a corner and other pages hiding for her. I can so connect. It's phenomenal. It's really
Oh,
good.
so funny, so funny. Yes, so go and get both. Twins from Annie and A
We
Woman's
get
Guide
them
to
both from KMD.
While you're at KMD, that's right. I'm going to be flooding Karen's bookstore because I've just entered this whole world of authorship, and I'm kind of liking it now.
It's fun,
So
isn't
there's
it?
lots more to come. It is a lot of fun, and I'm just, I just go where the energy is and the interest is, and the beautiful people are. So, yeah.
5-star reviewed and an award. She's up for an award now next month. So we're making it happen.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. All right. Much love to you. Thank you so much for joining our
Bye, everyone.
live launch. And thanks to those of you who've tuned in to hear Karen.
Bye, guys.